turf.
I did? You might as well just roll it, and I'm just going to chat with Fred Bear.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? Okay, we'll just chat for a second and get into it. Fred Bear, how does it feel to be back home?
Feels good. Feels good. I get cooled off.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's warm down in Florida.
I bet it's warm down there. Have you been fishing up on the Au Sable?
Yeah, I was up there. I got up there Friday night and had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
What's that, 5 limits then you got? No?
I got one small fish. It was raining and somebody, I guess the Indians put on a rain dance or something.
Oh.
It was raining, miserable and cold, and there were no hatches. So.
Well, those trout are really hard to hit with an arrow anyway.
Well, yeah, hard to hit with an arrow. You can get pretty hungry doing that, I would guess.
Yeah, well, you're quite a fly fisherman, though. I'm just kidding about that.
Yeah, I'm a fly fisherman. Yeah, we don't shoot game fish, just rough fish, carp, suckers, you know, yeah, with a bow.
Archery's changed a lot since you started in the business. When did you start?
1933. You weren't born yet.
No, I know it. Thanks. You weren't making longbows. You making recurves?
Oh, sure, yes. And we made recurves at that time, yeah. Yeah, that was about the beginning of the recurve bow in this country. Recurve bow is not new. The Turks made them thousands of years ago, yeah. But, no, we made them at that time. Yeah.
What about compound bows when they came in? Caused quite a furor and a lot of popularity. What do you think about it, really?
The first compound bows that we saw were samples that were sent up here by the guy that invented them from Harless Allen from Billings, Missouri. And I thought they were terrible. Of course, his first bows were not good looking. One of them was made out of a piece of water pipe with wheels on it. And it's pretty discouraging. And then later, he made some better looking samples. And they were all right, but I still couldn't. I always have had in mind the bent, beautiful bow. And a compound bow is anything but beautiful, in my opinion. This is the conventional type bow that I have here.
This is your modern recurve, the Bear recurve.
It has nice lines, yeah. And it's a takedown bow. But the compound bow is taken over, and it's an easier bow to shoot. The weight drops off as you draw it back. This bow gets tighter as you draw it back. The compound, the cams come into action, and it pulls about half the weight when you get back full draw as it does at the beginning. So that's quite an advantage, yeah.
Is that archery to you?
Well, it's archery. Yeah, sure. You're shooting. You still have to do the same job. You have to draw all that weight, and it gets easier to hold.
But it doesn't have the romance?
No, it doesn't have the romance, no. It has wheels and cables on it.
How about stringing up this bow? Show us the proper way to string.
Well, the proper way to string is to step through it and bend it over your thigh and slip the string on.
Okay.
You got it like that.
There it is, the classic recurve.
That's a takedown recurve is what it is, yeah.
The arrow nock is on the wrong side, though.
Well, I'm left-handed. Yeah.
I know that. I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay.
Left-handed. You shot all of these animals over the years. You've shot more big game animals with a bow than anybody. More records.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. I've had a lot of fun doing it. Well, Fred, when I got in the archery business, was in Detroit in 1933. Those were bad years. That was the beginning of the end of the worst depression ever. There were no jobs. And I got in the archery business because the place where I was working burned down and didn't have a job. And at that time, I had to not only make a product, but I had to create a market for it. So I got in the promotional business. And I soon found that the newspapers weren't interested in scores of a tournament, but if you could run down there with a deer or a bear you shot with a bow, you might make front page. Well, in 1937, 4 years later, we had our first archery season with 193 hunters. 193 bow hunting licenses were sold. And it got to a point where I could some days maybe eat 3 meals a day. And then I kept on promoting, and as the business grew, we did better. And I found myself in a position where I could go hunting any place in the world. I could, take some pictures, write a story, or make a film. I could expense it out tax-wise, and I could pay myself for doing it. And
Can't beat it.
Well, I've been doing that for 30-some years now and having a ball, yes.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
Yeah, I've shot a lot of animals and just had a great time. I'm still having a great time.
I imagine. Well, show us the Fred Bear form. What's the classic form?
Well, I don't have an arrow, but my classic form, it differs from most people. I'm aiming when I draw, and when I get it back here at full length, it's gone. It's like shooting a slingshot. You can't describe the system, but that's the way it works. It's like
when you pull it back, you
I'm
don't
aiming.
pause and draw, or
when
pause
I
and
get
aim.
back to full draw, it's gone. It's called snap shooting.
Snap shooting.
And I don't recommend it. I hope nobody tries to copy me because
Well,
I
that's
taught
a-
myself, and it's a little bit hard to master that technique, but it has served me very well. Yeah.
I'll say. Well, you've taken. What's the biggest, most difficult, most dangerous big game animal you've taken with a bow? Polar bear?
Well, the biggest,
Cape buffalo?
most difficult and dangerous would be the elephant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You can't get much bigger than that. And yeah, the polar bear is the one I had the most trouble with. I had to make 3 chips before I got a bear without a bullet in it. 2 of them, 1 deep. Yep.
Well, you've probably had some close calls.
Yes, I've had some close calls. Yeah.
What is that part of bow hunting? The danger?
If you're hunting dangerous game, it is. You bet.
I mean, did you enjoy that?
I get a thrill out of it. I like to hunt bears best. I like to hunt bears. I admire a bear. They're smart. They have a dignity, and they're real sharp. They have good eyes and good nose and good ears.
How do you answer the questions from people who aren't sympathetic to hunting that say, how can you shoot these animals? How can you respect them and shoot them?
Well, if you were a vegetarian and asked me that, I would have no answer. I'd have no defense on it. But most people are not, and in my case, I shoot my own meat. And in the case of those people who do not, they'll pay the butcher to do the job, and the meat is all wrapped up in cellophane in the butcher shop. And really, the average housewife has no. It means no more to her to buy a piece of meat than a bunch of carrots. It's the same kind of thing. So she's paying somebody to do our killing, and the hunter does his own. You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. I feel that a hunter should eat what he kills.
That's
a
right.
fisherman should
Oh,
eat
yes,
the fish.
right. When I was a kid, growing up on a farm, we were tickled to death to have a cottontail rabbit to chew on. You bet. Right.
Well, all these animals that you've taken were in the Fred Bear Museum up in Grayling.
Yes.
That's where
Yeah.
bear archery was.
Right.
Not there any longer. A big loss to our state.
I know.
think.
I know. It's a loss to me too. I like Michigan. I'm sorry we had to move south, but we did.
Well, what happened there? Not to get into the gory details. I'm sure there are a lot of bad feelings about it.
Well, the
Was it
big
just a labor dispute?
the big problem was this. Labor is cheaper in Florida. We all know that. And that's all right. We were doing pretty well in Grayling, and then things got a little bit tough, and our competition was mostly in the South, and they had a $2 or $3 an hour labor advantage, and we had to meet them in the marketplace, and it's that simple. Yeah, that's the story on it. The museum, no. It's we have the artifacts are in storage down there, but the building is not built yet. We're about a year away on that. Yeah.
What's the future of archery? Are we going to see resurgence of recurves? Are these going to
There is a resurgent right now, recurve, but it's minor. It will never take over. The compound is here to stay. Yeah, there's no question about it. It's a nicer bow to shoot. You can shoot it more accurately. It's easier, more pleasant. Yeah.
What about releases, mechanical releases?
Well, that's an aid also to accuracy, and accuracy is good because you can hit the animal in the vital area more easily. So they're all good.
Why not just go to a crossbow? I'm trying to lead you
Well,
along
all
here
right.
with something. Where do you draw the line?
The crossbow is a bow. You can make it any weight. You can make it out of an automobile spring and shoot a broom handle through a brick wall. You can put sights on, and it's about as accurate as a shotgun with a slug. It's fine if you want to hunt in the gun season, but the hand-drawn bow belongs in a different category.
So the key to it is drawing with your fingers.
Yeah, you provide the other one is cocked and with the lever. You do nothing except aim it and pull the trigger, same as you're shooting a gun. Yeah.
What's the most difficult animal to hunt?
The white-tailed deer.
Why is that?
Well,
Right here in Michigan, we have what you have said
Well, the
many times.
whitetail, a deer can live right in your backyard, and you may not know he's in there. They're a very clever animal, yes, and they're smart, and they're difficult to hunt, and they're difficult to kill after you hit them. Yeah, they run a long ways. Moose is the easiest thing to kill. Of all the animals there are, moose with an arrow in it will walk 100 yards and fall over. That white-tailed deer, he takes a zang, and he's hard to catch up to sometimes.
Do you think people sometimes object to archery? They think of the arrow, hurting an animal.
Well,
Do you think animals hurt?
I have shot 2 deer that didn't know they were hit until they dropped dead. So I'm convinced that there's very little pain in connection with the killing. I myself have, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen blood around sometime, and all at once they realize that it's coming from them, and they got to find out where it's coming from. You've experienced
And they
that?
have to go through that to figure out if it hurts or not.
Well, that's right. Yeah, it's that kind of a deal. Yeah, but I have shot 2 deer that were there. I zipped right through them when they were feeding, and they didn't know they're hit till the blood pressure dropped and they fell. Yeah.
What's the toughest thing about a white-tailed deer? What's the advice you give a hunter?
Their vitality and their strong desire to live, and a fear also that's triggered almost automatically. I don't think their running muscles have to get a message from the brain to run if they hear a strange sound. They just automatically leave, and they leave quickly.
Is the scent?
They have a good nose. Yes, very good nose. Yeah.
What's the toughest thing to overcome, Doug?
Well,
Is it their nose, their eyes,
the nose
their ears?
is the biggest problem for the bow hunter. And the reason that bow hunting is difficult is because that you have to get close, and then that's when the nose enters into the picture. Yeah, you can not make any noise, you can keep out of sight, but you have no control over the wind or where it might blow your scent. Yeah.
What about small game? Bow hunting for small game.
Rabbits.
I've seen pictures of you shooting pheasants. and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. You can get pretty hungry doing that too.
I bet. Well, would you have any advice to a hunter who wants to go out and try small game?
No,
hunting?
you use an arrow that can be bought. They have them here, flu that have big feathers, and the range is short because you're shooting in the air and the arrows don't go far. It's safer and you can find them again. Yeah, you can go out and hunt pheasants, and it's good sport.
Of course, you can starve hunting pheasants anyway.
Pardon?
You can starve in this state hunting pheasants with
Well,
a shotgun.
that's right. Yeah, there was a time though, not too many years ago, when you have lots of pheasants shooting here. Yeah.
Well, where's the archery business going? What's the future of archery?
Well, I can see it continuing to grow. We're losing habitat, and we're losing places to hunt, and the numbers of the animal is decreasing, and we might come to a situation where we can't afford to shoot deer with guns because there aren't enough of them. We have to stretch the pleasure of the hunt and being outdoors over a longer period, and you do that with a bow and arrow. We could see that.
What's your advice to young bow hunters?
Well, it takes a lot of patience.
Seminar will be in
Takes
25 minutes.
Real lot of patience. And,
You're
that's
up on the next, excuse me, but you're up on the next
yeah, no.
seminar, 25 minutes?
Yeah, I got another half hour.
Okay. Back to the young bow hunters, your advice?
It takes patience. It takes lots of patience, and don't take long shots unless you can have practice and can hit an animal to a pretty long distance, because we don't want cripples.
Well, you do have a book here,
You know,
The Adventures of Fred Bear.
well, yeah, this.
Tell me about that.
Well, Tom, or
Fred.
Fred, I'm
Tom,
one of
hold.
those guys that keeps a diary.
Yeah, hold on. We'll get back up and start this over again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me the book now.
The book?
Hold it so I can see it.
Right there. The Adventures of Fred Bear. Fred Bear's Field Notes.
Fred, yeah. Well, I've kept a diary on all my hunts. Each evening I sit down, I got a notebook and a pencil or a pen, and I just do a brief on what happened that day. And in this book are 15 different hunts all over the world. What I consider my most important hunts, and pictures and whatnot. Yeah, we put together in a book. And
What does it take for somebody to get an autographed copy of that? From
Well,
the
yeah.
legendary Fred Bear.
You have to go into the inside here at the Anderson Archery where we are now.
What about when we put this on the air over television and people say, boy, I'd like one. Is it possible
Yeah.
to write to Bear Archery and get that?
Well, yes, they'd have to send, how much is it?
Well, that price may go up, so don't read it yet.
Well, $15 we're covered. And I'd send the order into Gainesville, Florida, and yeah, I'd be glad to autograph it and ship it back to them.
That'd be terrific. I heard that there was a day, I don't know if it was 20, 25 years ago, that you went hunting and didn't get anything.
I did one.
That happened? That's a true story? I don't believe
That
it.
is the truest of true stories.
That just happened once, though, eh?
Now, that's a joke, of course. Let's have an understanding.
Okay,
on
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
He really never missed a day. He
Yeah.
got something every day.
Okay.
Okay, Fred.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
Nice talking with you.
That was fun.
Take care.
All right, give this man a round of applause.
Hey! Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Fred. Yeah, well,
All right.
you can take that back in and sell
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Now we're